Welcome back to the Comic Book ASM Artist. Today we're going to read Batman Mad Love. This is the origin story of Harley Quinn. Your next commissioner, Swell. Have a seat, I'll be right with you. I don't mind saying I really hate these checkups. If it wasn't part of the required police physical, I would probably wouldn't come at all. Oh, come now, Commissioner. What in this miserable world is more beautiful than a nice, big, pretty smile? You. What? Naughty, naughty. Jump around like that and a doctor won't give you a lollipop. You little... My. This doesn't look good at all. Your diagnosis, Dr. J? Well, I'm afraid everything will have to go. You're a little early for your appointment, you know. It was an easy hint, Joker. Sloppy, predictable, you're losing your edge. Excuse me, but the teeth were my idea, and so's this. That's a real gasser, huh, Mr. J? I give the punchlines around here, got it? Yes, sir. Well, Batsy, it's been a hoot as always, but I really must run. Keep flossing and watch those between-meal snacks. I really hate these checkups. As you're back in one piece, I assume your campaign against the Joker was successful? I stopped him from killing Gordon, if that's what you mean. I wasn't able to nail him, though. He's become more slippery than ever. Now that he has a playmate. Ah, the ebullient Miss Quinn. In her own way, Alfred, Harley Quinn's as crazy as the Joker. Her playful exterior hides an obsessive and dangerous mind. Tragic, really. Perhaps. But even from the beginning, Harley Quinn was no angel. As a teenager, she won a gymnastics scholarship to Gotham State University, but her real goal was a degree from the university's prestigious psychology department. Never mind that she didn't want to get it by studying. I seem to recall she was going to be one of those annoying pop psychologists with her own line of self-help books and such. Needless to say, her plans have changed since then. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. Ahem. Go away, I'm busy. Oh, come on, Puddin'. Don't you want to rev up your Harley? Oh, sweetie, I got a whoopee cushion. Listen, Cupcake, Daddy's got a lot of work to do and you're not helping. Just like you weren't helping today with that stupid chattering teeth gag. Hey, You don't like the teeth gag. Forget the teeth gag. No big whoop. I can do better. Oh no. I let you collaborate once and you blew it. Much as I hate to admit it, Batman was right. That setup today was corny, old hat. I thought it was funny. It's time I capped off this running feud with a real corker. The ultimate humiliation of Batman, followed by his deliciously delirious death. There's got to be something here I can use. Something's really funny. Why don't you just shoot him? Just shoot him. Know this, my sweet, the death of Batman must be nothing less than a masterpiece. The triumph of my sheer comic genius over his ridiculous mask and gadgets. Well, hold the phone. I forgot all about this one. Ah, yes. The death of 100 smiles. This is perfect. I'll lure Batman out to some out-of-the-way place. Then, when he least expects it, bang! Spring a hidden trapdoor and drop him into a specially prepared piranha tank. The last thing he'll see is all those beautiful, hungry smiles as they rip him to... Oh, wait. Now I remember why I scrapped this plan. Piranhas can't smile. All those darling razor-sharp teeth turned down in a permanent frown. Even my own Joker toxin couldn't get a giggle out of them. Alas, the bitter jest of fate. My greatest death trap shot to squadoo, all because I couldn't make these little guppies smile. I know how to make some smiles, Puddin'. Don't call me Puddin'. Another night and all I get dolled up, and another night I get the boot. Face it, Harl, this stinks. You're a certified nutso wanted by the law in 24 states, and hopelessly in love with a murderous psychopathic clown. At what point did my life go Looney Tunes? How did it happen? Who's to blame? Batman, that's who. Batman, it's always been Batman. He's always been there, ruining my life, spoiling my fun, coming between me and my puddin' from the very beginning. My first day at Arkham. Gosh, I was so nervous and jazzed. Harlene Quinzel? I'm Joan Leland. Hi, Joan. Call me Harley. Everyone does. I must admit I was surprised you wanted to intern here at Arkham. Anyone who'd gone through med school with your high grades could have written her ticket anywhere. Yes, well, I've always had this attraction for extreme personalities. They're more exciting, more challenging, and more high profile. You can't deny there's an element of glamour to these super criminals. I'll warn you right now, these are hardcore psychotics. They just as soon kill you as look at you. If you're thinking about cashing in on them by writing a tell-all book, think again. The Joker. They'd eat a novice like you for breakfast. Understand, Harley? Oh, absolutely. Later that day I found a little surprise waiting in my office. Come down and see me sometime. care to tell me how this got in my office? I put it there. I see. I think Dr. Leland and the guards would be interested to know you've been out of your cell. If you were really going to tell them, you already would have. You know, Sweets, I like what I've heard about you. Really? Anything in particular? Mostly the name. Harley Quinn Zell? Rework it a bit and you get Harley Quinn, like the classic clown character Harlequin, the very spirit of fun and frivolity. You can see how I'd be attracted to it. I guess now if there's nothing else, a name that puts a smile on my face. It makes me feel there's someone here I can relate to, someone who might like to hear my secrets. It took nearly 3 months of pleading before Dr. Leland finally gave in and let me do a session with the Joker. She told me he was an animal, plain and simple, a fiend who enjoyed twisting the minds of those stupid enough to trust him. I was determined not to be taken unaware and studied up on all his jokes, tricks, and gimmicks. Then I went in, ready for anything. You know, my father used to beat me pretty bad. Anything except that. Every time I got on a line, bam. Or sometimes I'd just be sitting there, doing nothing, pow. Pops tended to favor the grape, you see. There was only one time I ever saw Dad really happy. He took me to the circus when I was 7. I still remember this one clown, crazy, looking geek with checkered pants, running around the ring with his tiny dog snapping at his heels every time. Every time the geek stopped to kick the pup, zoop, he dropped his pants and fell on his butt. Jeez, I thought my old man would bust a gut laughing. I saw how happy he was and I decided I'd make him laugh too. So the next night when Dad staggered home from the bar, there I stood in the doorway wearing his best pair of Sunday slacks around my ankles. "Hi, Dad," I squeaked. "Look at me." Zoop! I took a big pratfall and tore the crotch clean out of his pants. And then he broke my nose. I still like to think he was aiming for my fanny and missed. At least that's what I told myself when I woke up in the hospital 3 days later. 3 days? But hey, that's the downside of comedy. You're always taking shots from folks who just don't get the joke, like my dad, or Batman. Thanks, Doc. I feel a lot better. Same time next week? Sure. Subject admits to abusive childhood, alcoholic father, father-son circus trip, potential bonding experience, subject beaten when prank went wrong, 3 days in hospital. Batman? In the weeks ahead, it soon became clear to me that the Joker, so often described as a raving homicidal madman, was nothing more than a tortured soul crying out for love and acceptance. A lost, injured child looking to make the world laugh at his antics. And there, as always, was the self-righteous Batman, determined to make my life miserable for my angel. Yes, I admit it, as unprofessional as it sounds, I had fallen in love with my patient. Pretty crazy, huh? Not at all. As a dedicated, career-oriented young woman, You felt the need to abstain from all amusement and fun. It's only natural you'd be attracted to a man who could make you laugh again. I knew you'd understand, any time. Then there was that horrible week when he escaped. The poor thing was out on the run, alone and frightened. I was so worried. Knock, knock, Puddin'. Say hello to your new and improved Harley Quinn. Halt. Back then it was all fun, such innocent fun, though I can't deny I did have hopes for the future. Play nice, kids. Daddy, JJ's poisoning me. Well, you just poison him right back. Sigh. But that dream will never come true as long as there's a Batman around to torment my pudding. Yes. This was delivered an hour ago, addressed to you. If this message reaches Batman, I hope it's not too late for you to help me. I know how unbelievable that sounds, but it's no joke. Mr. J's gone off his nut for real. After you stopped him from killing Gordon, he swore he'd get even, not just with you, but the whole city. He's going to wipe out everybody. I've seen the plans, the gas bombs, everything. At rush hour tomorrow morning, Gotham becomes one big, grinning ghost town. I finally realized this isn't funny anymore. All the people he's hurt, all the people he'll kill. I can help you get him if you promise me protection. Come alone to Pier 16 at the Port of Gotham tonight at midnight. I'll hand over everything I've got, but only to you. You're the only one who can stop him. Jim, go ahead, Batman. I've been here since 10:30. Enough time to check for hidden traps, henchmen, or other nasty surprises. Nothing so far. She's here on time, alone and scared. I'll be in touch. You have information for me? Sure, right here, like I said. Open it. You're thinking booby traps, right? Well, I don't blame you considering. Okay? I want Gordon to see these. If what you say is true, the police will have to. Traitor. No one turns stoolie on me and lives. Down. Sweet dreams, sucker. Let's see, his arms are double chained, ditto the legs. Where? I took off the belt and triple checked all the knots. Quinn. Oh, you're awake, finally. Key, that knockout drug really kept you under. Plus you've been hanging upside down for a while. All that blood rushing to your head's gone and made you a little loggy, huh? Yeah, I don't think you'll be getting out of this one anytime soon. The Joker, where? It's just me, B-Man. No Joker, no gas bombs, no city in peril, just you, that tank, and me. I want you to know I went to a lot of trouble to pull this off. Not only did I have to drag your carcass up here by myself, but I had to loot every fish collector and aquarium in Gotham to get enough piranhas for this stunt. And I hate fish. Then why bother? To show Mr. J I could really pull off one of his gags. It's called the death of 100 smiles. But Mr. J gave up on it because he couldn't get the piranhas to smile. Then I had the bright idea of hanging the victim, that's you, upside down. That way to you it'll look like they're smiling. Pretty clever, huh? Brilliant. Yeah, I can tell that you're less than thrilled. But for what it's worth, this really ain't a personal grudge. You see, I actually enjoyed some of our romps. But the time comes when a gal wants more from life. And now all this gal wants is to settle down with her lovin' sweetheart. You and the Joker? Right-a-rooney. I've never seen you laugh before. I don't think I like it. Cut it out. You're giving me the creeps. You're a fool. The Joker doesn't love anything except maybe himself. Face reality, Harleen. Joker had you pegged for hired help the minute you walked into Arkham. That's not... No. He told me things, secret things he never told anyone. What did he tell you, Harley? Was it the line about the abusive father? Or the one about the alcoholic mom? Of course, the runaway orphan story is particularly moving, too. He's gained a lot of sympathy with that one. Stop it, you're making me confused. What was it he told his one parole officer? Oh, yes. There was one time I only saw my dad really happy. He took me to the ice show when I was 7. Circus? He said it was the circus. He's got a million of them, Harley. Like any other comedian, he uses whatever material will work. You're wrong. My puddin' does love me. He does. You're the problem. Always in the way, always coming between us. We'd be happy if it weren't for you. Now you're gonna die and make everything right. Except he'll never believe you did it. What? Sure he will. How's the Joker going to know I'm really gone? The only thing those fish will leave behind are scraps of bone and cloth, and anyone can fake that. True, but you've got my belt, but that's not the same as a body. He'll never buy it if you won't be able to prove it. Boring, lame, not funny, been done. Too Riddler, nope. What? Harley, where the heck have you? Uh-huh, yeah. Batman, eh? Well, you don't say. You have who tied up where? There goes the Joker, the guy whose girlfriend killed Batman. I never thought he was that funny to begin with. Oh yeah, that's, what's his name? You know, Mr. Harley Quinn. Chopper Cop just spotted the Joker heading north on Sprang Terrace. Let's move. Well, nerds to you, Mr. Smarty Bat. When I told Mr. J what I was doing, he was so thrilled he could hardly speak. He's on his way here right now to watch you feed the fish, and then... Do you take this lady? So, you want to fool around? Oh, you. Cool. Sigh. Harley. Hi, Puddin'. You're just in time to see the... Excuse me, I'll just be a minute. But Puddin', I don't understand. Don't you want to finally get rid of Batman? Only if I do it, idiot. Batman is mine. You had no right to interfere with my fun. But it's still your plan, see? Everything just like you said, except I hung the guy upside down, so he'd see their little frowns as little smiles. Now it all works. Except you had to explain it to me. If you have to explain a joke, there is no joke. My jokes are elegant in their simplicity. You see them, you get them, you laugh. End of joke. You should have remembered what I told you a long time ago. Now calm down, Puddin'. It's one of the few real truths in comedy. You always take shots from folks who just don't get the joke. And don't call me Puddin'. Last report said Joker was headed this way. Commissioner in the alley. Harvey, call an ambulance. Oh, jeez. Don't move. Help is coming. My fault. I didn't get the joke. I really have to apologize for the kid. No style, no respect for propriety. Tell you what, let's just pretend the whole thing never happened and do this some other time, okay? Great. See ya. Then again, this is a rather rare opportunity. What's the old saying? A bat in the hand is worth two in the belfry. Hey, Bats, looks like you're going out on a laugh after all. Real funny, Batman, real friggin' funny. There he is. Look out, he's going for his fish? Bah. Where? The roof. Joker. Made you look. She almost had me, you know. Arms and legs chained, my belt gone, dizzy from the blood rushing to my head. I had no way out other than convincing her to call you. I knew your massive ego would never allow anyone else the honor of killing me. Though I have to admit she came a lot closer than you ever did, Puddin'. Oh no, not again. Though a body has not yet been found, it seems extremely unlikely that Gotham's crown prince of crime has survived his latest brush with Batman and the police. Still, he has been notorious for resurfacing when least expected. Never again. No more obsession, no more craziness, no more Joker. I finally see that slime for what he really is. I'll serve out my time peacefully, heal myself, and get out of here. I will. Well, Harley, I hope you learned your lesson. But probably not, and to think you were once so strong, so sure of yourself. So tell me, Harley, how did it feel to be so dependent on a man that you'd give up everything for him, gaining nothing in return? It felt like... Feel better soon. It felt like a kiss. Finish. And then we have a commentary here from Bruce Timm. And the main things to glean here is he talks about how Paul Dini came up with the concept of Harley being a psychiatrist, and they hashed out the script over at a diner called the Paradise that was pretty close by to where they all were, near where the WB studios were. There was a relationship that wasn't very good that they were kind of basing things off, but this relationship here did end, so it didn't continue like Harley's and Joker's. He mentions inspiration from Harvey Kurtzman for pacing for the, especially the bit with the telephone scene. He gives Keith Giffen credit for the pacing for the book regarding the 9-panel grid structure, because he was worried about making a comic that was, over 20 pages. This was I think 64 pages, even though I think that's counting like index in the book and stuff. And then he says he hated fish, so I can't remember the rest here. Oh, he's talking about how he had to convince them to have Harley in a negligee, so long as it wasn't flesh colored. They said that he could do it for the under bits. And I don't remember here. Oh, this talks about how they had to pull this panel out because it was too suggestive. So, yeah, that's it. Here's another bonus piece here. So I hope you all enjoyed it. This is, like I said, one of my favorite Batman animated stories. I'd like to do more readings of these on the channel for sure. Let me know if that'd be something you're interested in. Animated series is one of my favorite Batman things. But I do have to reacquire the other trades. But this is a classic. Make sure to check out the Drawn and Quartered fan competition video we're doing on Wednesday. It's a 2-hour live stream drawing contest that'll start at 10 Eastern. And Thursday we have the live drawing for the 500 subscriber giveaway for the Clayton Crane signed Punisher poster and a copy of the Bull #1. Just have to be a subscriber, U.S. resident, and comment on that video, which there'll be a link below. That's all for now. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day or night. Thanks. Bye.